and welcome to the Hall Preezy universe. My name is Kier,
And I'm King HP, also known as Father.
and today we're talking about the Thor Love and Thunder trailer we've been waiting for forever, man. We finally got it.
Thank you.
It's short, but I mean, it's something, man. We've been getting promotional art before the trailer even came out.
Even toy leaks.
Yeah, it's like,
Some people actually have their hands on the figures.
yeah.
But before we get into all that, let's talk about our giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
I have Agamotto. We're going to talk about how you can win this thing and near the end of the video. But make sure, if you're new, make sure you just like, comment, subscribe, and watch to the end of the video to know how to win this thing right here. So,
Yes.
let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's talk about it.
Enough hype couldn't be made.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts, man, when you first clicked? It's only a minute and a half. It's a teaser trailer.
It's crazy because I was just going on TikTok and I just see this guy running in a Thor costume through the woods, and I'm like, oh, it's fake. And I check the comments, and everyone's like, oh my god, we got it. So I was like, what? Go on YouTube, Marvel Entertainment. Oh my god!
Right. We
Uh,
had the same type of.
Yeah.
You know, I like that too because even in that Thor running, they gave a classic
Yeah.
Thor
And you see
costume.
him, growing up through the years. He's basically telling us that he's kind of done being the superhero god. He's just, chilling out, relaxing, because he's been through a lot in the past. Like, he's thousands of years old.
His
and
father died.
Yeah.
He's killed his sister.
Like, he's thousands of years old, and his past
His
few
mom was
years
murdered.
have been, like, the worst years. Like, his past 10 years were the worst 10 years of his
His
life.
brother got killed in front of him.
His friend, his home. It was like, oh, man. And half the universe is his fault.
He's actually a bad superhero. Like, he's not really saved that many. Like, if you're friends with Thor, if you meet Thor and you be like, oh, man, the superhero, I'm going to be cool, you might want to rethink that. You might want to find a new. Like, Cap's friends are all around. Winter Soldier, Bucky, all Cap's friends are around. Thor's friends, not so.
Yeah. But speaking about not trying to be friends with Thor, man, and how he's not really going to help you, the villain of this movie, Gore the God Butcher, that's kind of the reason why he's after him a little bit. Because with Gore in the comics, he's on this abandoned planet, and his tribe has been praying to the god for years and years and years for just food, water, just basically everything they need just to live. And throughout that time, his wife, his kids die. And so one day he's like, you know what? We've been praying to the gods for like forever, and like, where are they? Like, we've been doing this for years, and not one came, not one drop of rain, none of that. And he's like, I don't even think they're real. And so they cast him out, and so basically he's just wandering his planet, getting ready to die, and all of a sudden you have two gods, gold and black. Obviously they resemble good and evil, dark and light. They crash down on the planet, and the evil one's dead, but the good one.
So we think.
Yeah, well, so we think. But the good God, who's in gold, he's like, man, I need you to help me, man. I'm about to die. And so he looks at him, and he's like, my people have been praying to you for years, and you have not came. So all of a sudden, the black God, it kind of like attaches itself onto
The Necro Sword.
It's kind of like a symbiote. It is a symbiote technically.
So the person we're talking about is Null. You find this out later as Marvel expands on stories that they do.
Yeah, but we're not talking about Null right
We're
now.
not here to
That's
talk about
for
Null
something
right
else.
now.
But yeah, basically the Necro Sword attaches himself to Gore, and he just goes on a god killing spree. I mean, he's killing everybody.
So with that being said, we don't get none of that in the trailer.
Not really.
Or do we?
We see
right?
gods, but
We see gods, right? So let's get pumped. We got Russell Crowe as Zeus, right? We don't get a straightforward shot of him, but we do get the back, right? We see him grabs the lightning bolt, boom, right? So we know we got that. Please check out Moon Knight. Moon Knight is introducing a whole Egyptian pantheon of gods we may or may not be seeing or getting reference to some of those gods in the Thor Love and Thunder movie, right? Mm-hmm. On top of that, we also see a god, Thalagor.
yeah,
Pretty cool comic book shot. That is.
it's like basically the exact same, other than Korg.
Hold on, watch this.
I mean, they got it.
That is pretty close.
Like, yeah.
That is.
Other than Korg standing next to him, then
That is comic accurate, and that's a guy, and that's what we get in the trailer. And look at Thor's face. There's a couple times in the trailer where Thor looks highly intimidated, or he's scared, or he's worried, right? So Thor looks like scared, worried, whatever, right? And what we're starting to wonder is, where's the villain? Where's the villain? And I feel like this is like, let's go back to like an older movie, Jaws, right? Back in the day, they didn't even show the villain of the movie, the creature, till over an hour into the movie to build anticipation. But they show the damage from it. They show like the body going under, the wreckage from it, the blood and all that stuff, right? And I feel like that's what, I don't know what Taika Waititi has with Marvel as far as creative pull of the trailers, but I feel like that's what, because they could have just showed us gore outright.
Yeah.
Just give us gore.
I mean, we've seen it on everything, the promotional art.
Promote, even the toy leak, but they did not do it. And they really didn't, they really painted a picture like everything is peachy and fuzzy, but yet something's not right. Thor's retiring. You see King Valkyrie.
You see Korg and all. He's just hanging out with the Guardians, having fun. But it's like,
looks like Valkyrie wasn't even having fun either.
Yeah.
She was sitting in a chair like in a business suit.
Yeah, Meek was right behind her too. I don't know if you caught
it.
it.
Yeah. He had a little suit on.
Yeah.
Look at Meek, not Meek Mill. But I think with all that, it's like a big misdirect, right? Everything's peachy. It's gonna be a fun, friendly film, and I feel like this is gonna be a very like.
I think it can like quickly switch to the mood, like kind of like in No Way Home. Like after all the villains popped up, it's not all family friendly and happy. Like
right,
no,
it ain't cool. Now, one thing we do see though, there's a certain someone we see with a certain item, and that's at the end. We see
Jane Foster with Mjolnir glued back together. They just took the Gorilla Glue, applied it on there.
They took the Gorilla Glue?
Yep, Gorilla Glue. I mean, you saw what that Gorilla Glue did to that lady's hair. I mean, that thing was stuck on there for weeks. I mean, you put that thing on a hammer.
So let's speculate a little bit.
Yeah.
How do you think that hammer got back together?
Maybe because, remember in Thor the Dark World, Jane had a little bit of the reality stone in it. And maybe
it was in her.
Yeah, maybe he didn't get all of it. Maybe there's still a little bit left in it. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe she has some sort of power we don't know.
After think
getting the reality stone.
What if we never saw what happened to the remnants of Mjolnir, right? After Hela broke it, we never saw what happened.
You saw it fall on the floor.
You just saw boom.
Lightning.
Right? So what happened? We know in Spider-Man Homecoming, there's a group called DCC, and we've seen them in a couple of Spider-Man movies, right? And they go and clean up. But nobody really knows where they were when this happened, right? It was just Thor, Odin, Loki, and then out popped Hela from a portal.
New Asgard wasn't even built yet.
Right. So is it possible that Jane Foster goes there for some sort of celestial, not celestial, but like some sort of cosmic, because she watches the stars, right? So with that being said, something led her to that. She sees Mjolnir, the handle is all broken, but other people still can't pick it up. Maybe they've made like a carnival of this, like in the first Thor, where people were trying to pick up.
Or maybe ever since it was broken, the enchantment's gone. Because remember, Odin put the enchantment on, and now he's dead. So maybe anybody can wield the hammer.
Or maybe the enchantment's still there, and when she picks it up, it looks at her as a worthy person, and comes back together. Because Thor never tried to re-put Mjolnir back together.
No, he didn't have Gorilla Glue on him.
So he never. We don't know if that would be a viable thing, but I feel like, or maybe another group of people put it together. Maybe New Asgard was able to put it all, like sweep up the pieces, and they kept it as a shrine. And when they brought Jane Foster there, or Jane Foster goes there, somehow. But we see Jane Foster wielding Mjolnir. Yeah. Now here's one thing I think that Marvel missed their chance. We see Jane Foster. I don't know how the backstory is going to go with this, but we see her in the Thor getup, right? Because he who be worthy shall possess the power of Thor, right? He who wields his hammer, if they be worthy, that shall possess the power of Thor.
Yep.
We saw Endgame, Captain America wield it, but his costume didn't change. It would have been crazy if Captain America would have.
Yo, he had like some Asgardian armor with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's a missed
shield.
opportunity. Like all of a sudden he did wield it and he just got armored up, and now you see him and Thanos in a battle. That same battle, but maybe Captain America going back and forth a little bit longer.
Yeah. But if you look if you look in the background
with a cape.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope. He just
with the star on it, maybe. Like, oh my gosh, with that, oh my god.
But speaking of Jane Foster, in the last scene, obviously of the trailer, she summons it. Boom. If you look in the background, there's a lot of fighting going on. I think that there's black berserkers there. If you don't know what black berserkers are, basically it's
tell them
part of the necro sword, basically, and Gore can like summon it at will. There's like these little demons, and he can summon thousands, millions, however he wants.
Yeah,
and they're strong, man. Like if you read the comic, like they're able to hold Thor back for a little bit. Like they're not just like not like the Chitauri. Like you can just shoot.
They're not like the Dark Elves.
Nah.
Beam, 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 pew, pew. Here we go. Okay, that was whack. But point is, the Dark Elves are like one of the worst villains.
Yeah.
Like them and Malekith was just not good.
Who likes them?
They need to retcon that because you really ruined it because you said Malekith. Anyway, that's a different video for another day. But awesome trailer, teaser trailer. That was only a minute and a half. We still got to get there. 2 minutes and 31. Okay. So be on the lookout. We're going to have a couple more breakdowns. We're going to go into some more in-depth. And we got to talk about these pantheon of gods because, Moon Knight shows where their gods go. But Norse gods
you saw Zeus in that little village.
Which is a Greek god. What about the Roman god? Like, how far deep is Marvel going to take us down the rabbit hole? You know what I mean? Like, and you got to give gods for Thor, Gore to butcher.
Yeah, I mean, we already saw
he wouldn't be a god butcher if he doesn't butcher gods.
I mean, we already saw one guy get butchered. That big old.
We didn't even see him get butchered. We just know the devastation.
He killed that thing.
So,
and
very interesting.
They said he was a fighting champion for 5 centuries.
Yeah, 500 years.
Not 5 centuries.
That's 500 years.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. But regardless, right? So think about Thor and Ragnarok, where he was the champ. He was going against the champion who was the Hulk. Right, so the Hulk was that gladiator mode. Very few creatures in the universe can beat them. We saw Thanos manhandle him, and we're like, okay. So think about the level that Gore is gonna be at for a champion of 500 years.
Well, maybe it wasn't just like, on Sakaar fighting champ. Maybe it's like a different planet.
No, he definitely was because it wasn't Sakaar at all. It was like whatever champion of the Immortals or whatever, right? That's really the only story you get from the comics of him. Mm-hmm. He's only in that one issue just to show that shot, just to show the devastation of what Gore can do. And they literally brought that right to life. And now my thing is just comparing it in scale. We've seen one tournament of champion winner, which was Hulk and Thor, who worked together when Thanos attacked.
If you look on the statue head, Beta Ray Bill is there. And that I think he's going to be in this movie because I know the Russo brothers confirmed that one of Beta Ray Bill's kind was actually an Endgame. That planet that Thanos was on and with Nebula and all of them in 2014.
Can't think of the name off the top of my head.
Yeah, it was one for like a quick second, but
it's where Nebula saves Gamora saves Nebula from someone who was about to shoot her, and you see how the shape of the helmet's a little odd, it's a little horse-like kind of, little odd triangle ant-like. That was a I can't even think of the name of Beta Ray Bill's people. But whatever, that was of those people. The oh my gosh,
yeah,
it's on the tip of my. But whatever, we're not gonna get sidetracked with that, right? Boom, pop the correction. So, with that being said,
Corbinites.
Thank you, Corbinites. So, also, Endgame battle was it Endgame or Infinity War? There was already a dressed up Beta Ray Bill. Like, they literally had him in makeup and everything, but they decided not to introduce him.
It was Endgame, I believe.
Endgame, yeah. But they didn't want to use him because they feel like he was too big of a character to just throw in there. Like, Howard the Duck is not a character they're ever going to really utilize for the most part. But Beta Ray Bill is, and he has a major tie. But I can see
he also can stamate the store a lot of the times. And the reason why I think he's going to appear in this movie, number one, because they've been holding off for years, like the past 5-6 years. Number two, if you read the comics with Gore the God Butcher, it takes 3 Thors to take him out. It takes young, current, and old.
He basically has to travel into the the multiverse essentially, right?
Yeah,
To
basically
get
that's the time
versions of
travel to get
himself.
the different versions of itself. So with this one, you have two different Thors already. You got James Foster,
Yep,
the regular
absolutely.
Thor. That leaves room for one more Beta Ray Bill.
Thor-like person in Beta Ray Bill,
Yeah,
and that would be awesome. So let's go ahead and let's talk about that giveaway.
yep. The Eye of Agamotto. So first
Awesome.
of all, if you are here with our last giveaway, then you should know how it works. It's just this time it's gonna be a little different. Like you can't just go back and comment on all our videos. But basically, how you win is every single video you watch, you comment on, starting from I think the last video.
No, I'm about to tell you right now. So the video is gonna start on is the Stormbreaker winner video, which so it literally says DC movie slate update breakdown. At that movie, so you have 3 videos right now. This being number 4 to comment. Make sure you're liked and subscribed. Like that video and comment. That counts for 1 ticket. And
Yeah,
you can
don't
do it
comment
on this
multiple
one.
times on one video. I think that counts for like 3, however many times you comment. No, every video you comment on, that counts for 1.
But we're not going to tell you when we're giving it away. So you
Exactly.
got to tap in, tune in, and we'll announce the winner when we announce the winner.
Make sure you put on post notifications.
So you can be aware of
comment,
all the
subscribe.
videos.
Yep. And yeah, Harpree's Universe out. Make sure you have your Gorilla Glue.
Take it easy.